Thanks to Greg at Egosoft for providing me with the keys to X4 Split Vendetta, Cradle of Humanity, Tides of Avarice, and Kingdom End expansions. Space. It's still pretty big, but I've seen most of it. These are the continuing voyages of Captain Sokka. I built an empire around my homeworld of Argon Prime and became the destroyer of Xenon. Thanks to an experiment from Bozo, I found myself in a galaxy far, far away. I had to use what little Xenon technology I found to come back home. And while I'll miss the Star Destroyers, nothing beats coming back. I'm ready for whatever challenge lies before me. This is X4, a roleplay series. Sokka's log 8250228, according to the clock. We arrived back in our office and paid a visit to Bozo, who looked different, let's say. We gathered the fleet back to Argon Prime. Along the way, we got a call from Numankaret, a paranid from the Alliance of the Word, saying that there was an inactive jump gate that was about to turn back on and we should join him. Both the Talati and the Terrans were interested in this gate, and we joined the fleet through. We repaired a panel on a derelict ship, which brought the attention of a Boron. The Boron named Neela T explained that they lost contact with Kingdom End as well and were essentially isolated. We met with Lita Wee, who led the Province's Adrift faction and negotiated a tenuous alliance. Our next task, find the inactive jump gate, which leads to heavy cock resistance, and avoid the cock at all costs. All right, if I was a start button, where would that be? Hello again, everyone, and welcome back. We're picking up right where we left off last time, and what system are we even in? The Great Reef. And if you remember last time, the Boron said that they started to make a shipyard, and our first order of business will be to sort of help them along, I would say. See what Mr. Sheneman is up to and see if he can bring the goods required to kickstart their construction. Let's first look for it here on the long-range scanner. See if we might be able to pick out where their shipyard would be. So we've got some unknown stations there, and an unknown object. That might be the inactive jump gate that we're looking for. We have to find our way to Sanctuary of Darkness.
Unknown station.
All right, let's head on over, see if one of these are the shipyard that is being built. And it does indeed look like this is the shipyard. They have a little bit of something here. Perhaps, oh, that's a refined goods complex and a helium refinery. So they've got some goods. Who have they been fighting over here? So Boron defense drone.
Irukandji.
Irukandji, who in the world are you even fighting?
Phoenix, Vanguard.
So even the Scale Plate Pact happened to come over here. If we were so bold, we could just sneak another Phoenix Vanguard as we tend to do. The Scale Plate Pact doesn't care, but it's not the shipyard that we're looking for. Before we leave, we'll pop another long-range scan just to get a feel. Now that we're further into the Great Reef, we might be able to see some more stations indeed. Outstanding. And of course, the next big question is, are they even building the shipyard here? They may be building it in an adjacent system. We'll just have to take a look and see. A plankton farm. So this is not what we are looking for, but they have plankton over here. And of course, while we're working, the Hong is on exploration duty, trying to cover all of our bases that we haven't seen, and if they happen to find the jump gate to Sanctuary of Darkness, all the better. We're going to need them right by the jump gate anyway, just in case the cock decide to flow in. The Hong can make short work of them, I suppose. At least I hope so. Aha, the Boron Wharf. I wonder if that's what they were talking about. We'll see if the wharf needs any goods while we're here, if they are in active construction. I do not see a builder around here, though. So as of now, they're not constructing anything. They are selling, or they're buying hull parts, engine parts, and advanced advanced composites. That makes sense. But I'm looking to help their building endeavors. Let's look for another station. All right, one more station down there and another unknown object. So we have a gate there and a gate there and one more station basically straight ahead.
Unknown station.
And hello? No, a Bogas brewery. So the Boron like to get their drink on. All right, long-range scans don't seem to be picking up anything on this side of space, but what we can do, we're not too far away from this jump gate here. We can see where this goes. Coming into radar range, an unknown sector. So it doesn't say that it's Sanctuary of Darkness. If we pop in, we can take a look-see and see if this actually is Sanctuary of Darkness. We'll just peek on in and get ready to throw it in reverse if we are engaged very quickly. And call the Hong to support.
Entering system. Ocean of Fantasy.
All right, so this is Ocean of Fantasy, not exactly where we are going. We might as well see what is around, see if their shipyard is over here in Ocean of Fantasy. That's kind of what I want to get started first, is to help the Boron build their shipyard, if that is indeed what they are doing. But man, this is a pretty expansive area with no question marks in the nearby area. Tell you what, might as well just sort of see what this is. It looks pretty big. If we can see that much of it from as far away as we are, this must be a pretty big station or ship or something. Even though we're not supposed to really be here, we're supposed to be heading toward the Cock territory. But this looks like pretty built up, that is for sure.
Boron trading station.
Oh, a trading station. All right, so these people are not as, hard up as we were led to believe if they have a trading station going. All right, there's another jump gate straight ahead, but that's not where we're heading. It looks like we need to head back to Great Reef. All right, let's just do a quick ping, see what's around. Yeah, so just one unknown object, and it might be getting close to Terran space. That'd be crazy if we could possibly find a way to connect up Terran space with the Boron space. Let's just poke through this gate and see where it goes. All right, I don't see, yeah, this one is inactive. So if I had to make a guess, this is where Nila or Nuka-Cola is heading. All right, so let's get back to Great Reef and look for our gate that we're supposed to be heading to. You know, while we're here, let's actually invite a pilot out here. What would be cool is if we could actually find a Boron, possibly to pilot this thing. It would make only sense, and there may be a Boron on the trading station that would like to be my pilot. So first, let's do some hiring. We could always bring one of my hundreds of employees, but let's give the Boron a chance to fly. The Boron doesn't have to be that experienced as well. We have some seminars that we can use. All right, Boron Trading Station. This is Soccer. Request docking clearance. All right, down there in the lower section. Oh geez, that sun glare. Is this kind of like a Terran dock where we fly inside of it? Oh no, those are medium docks. Gotcha. Oh wow, the landing gear comes down off of the nose. Now, does this thing have docking software? Yes, it does. Nice and easy.
Successfully docked.
All right, use the elevator. That's cool. Hello, Boron. I am hiring for positions of pilot effective immediately. Who would like to partake? Tell you what, this architecture. If I had to make a guess, the Boron might be here at the landing bays? No? Maybe on the medium bays? Just kind of getting a feel where the Boron would hang out. It looks like there's one big loop around the entire station. Aha! Our first Boron. And Babu Ga the Marine. But you are an okay pilot.
Hello.
Would you like to be the captain of my ship, Babu? And go ahead and work on our Mako, please, as the captain.
I will accept your offer of employment and will work to the best of my ability on your behalf.
Thank you, Baba. So Baba is going to go teleport over. Outstanding. All right, Babu.
Can I help?
Yes, here is a seminar for you. Ooh, we can choose. Yeah, we don't need a management, so a 1-star pilot for you. Right, and we don't have any 2-star piloting seminars, but a 2-star pilot for Babu. All right, Babu, if you please head on over to this other jump gate in Great Reef, and Babu will fly us on over. All right, so figure while we're flying, we'll look at the province's adrift situation here. Great Rift is their current HQ, and their only ally is the Argon. Enemies, the Curbs, the Free Families, the Pontifex, the Terrans, and the Vigor Syndicate, and hostile against Yaki, Xenon, Scale, Rock, Cock, and Fallen Families. So our values kind of align. It's just a shame they don't get along better with some of our friends, but at least they're okay with the Argon, which will help border relations since they are practically on the Argon doorstep over here. All right, parking up there is the Wayfinder, so I've got a feeling this is not, excuse me, Babu. Although it is lit up saying this is where we should go, so even though the Wayfinder is right by us, this almost looks like the gate they want us to go through. So let's poke on through, see what awaits us on the other side.
Sanctuary of Darkness.
Sanctuary of Darkness.
Yeah, I feel ya.
According to our archives, there was once a Xenon presence hereabouts in the network. I wonder what befell them.
Oh, is that so? Then we were quite lucky that our systems were not connected directly to a Xenon stronghold. There is no way we would have survived, given the state of our military.
Now, see if you can locate the inactive gate in this system.
Yeah.
Be careful. Take great care when navigating.
Oh, I will.
We must honor our word and avoid the Kark. You will also need to be cautious of the region's other hazards. I recommend that you stick close to the asteroids. They seem to be an exceptional indicator of where your ship will not be armed.
Okay, valid. So, if we are to avoid the Cock, we don't want to send in our big military fleet because they will start shooting at anything with reckless abandon and sort of the jig will be up. But I am seeing, like one of those, it feels Xenon, those amplifiers. That's what I'm kind of feeling here. You ever get the feeling that you should not be in a place? That's where I'm at right now. All right, so there's an unknown station there. Lots of unknown stations here. But I don't think that's the inactive jump gate. Part of me wants to turn around and sort of poke at...
Unknown station.
Oh, I don't know if that... Am I curious? Let's get within 40K, see what our sensors say this is, and prepare to hightail it if bad things happen. Because we do need to know what is around. And luckily at 40K, we can get a bit of... It's Xenon, but it seems to be inactive. They aren't truly Xenon, so it was a former Xenon station. All right. So we have one of the universe's most inhospitable locations with these amplifiers and dead Xenon stations. Now, if we could repurpose those dead Xenon stations, that would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I'm not... Oh, crap. Who's on us? A protector. All right, let's get out of here. Yeah, that protector is right on our tail. And he came from up north, but we are going to be out of the system before he can do anything. And if he decides to follow us through, we've got an answer to that. Hong, if you please, you have new orders. We'll move the Hong to protect the position right by. Oh, there's a shipyard. Outstanding. So the Hong will protect any cock that comes out into Great Reef, but we've got something else to do. They're building their shipyard over here. Let's get a shopping list and see if, say, Mr. Shenneman in the Caterpillar can help them bring them their stuff. And pulling up to the construction site now, they don't even have a builder. And is this a mission for us to do? Let's go ahead and take a look and see if we can help officially. Oh yeah, Province's Adrift Construction Aid. That's exactly what we're here to do. All right, so they need Claytronics, energy cells, hull parts, and water. And we have all of those easily accessible. We just need to get Mr. Shenneman on the job. Hey, Mr. Shenneman, what are you up to? You're in Heart of Acrimony. Crap. So Mr. Shenneman is way over in Split Space. Do we have any traders nearby Argon Prime that we can use? Aha, the Slammer over in Hatikva's Choice. So once you are done executing that trade, I'm going to tell you to hold position here. We'll let you finish your trade up wherever it is that you're going. Looks like you are actually heading back to Argon Prime, and that is exactly what I want you to do. So we need 7,901 Claytronics. All right, Slammer. We'll pull all of the Claytronics out of our Claytronics factory for 997. We're also making Claytronics here. Oh, no, we're not. All right, so that is one load of Claytronics we can grab. 17,370. 17,370 on the energy cells. 17,330. Confirm that one, so that will be their energy cells on the board. No, it was 370. I'll fix that. We'll pick up another 40 energy cells. Outstanding. And 34,000 hull parts. All right, our hull part factory is pumping them out, but we can't squeeze more than 308 on this particular load. So we'll go ahead and confirm that, and then the Slammer can make their way on over. So 997 Claytronics, 308 hull parts. Oh, and it looks like the energy cells have already been spoken for. So instead of grabbing the energy cells, let's just grab a whole metric crap ton of hull parts. I know they won't have that many. So 997 Claytronics, 1,750 hull parts, and we'll make 331,000 from sales because of the high demand. Nice, so the Slammer in Hatikva's Choice, popping over to our Claytronics factory and hull parts factory, then heading our way. Now it's gonna be a long process, so by the time those goods get delivered, we may not get the lion's share of goods dropped off, but we're setting up the boron fairly well. All right, as we were before we were so rudely interrupted by that one cock hive protector or whatever, we'll pop in and try to find this inactive jump gate in Sanctuary of Darkness. And luckily the Hong fleet is there, covering my position. In we go one more time.
Entering system. Sanctuary of Darkness.
All right, you dang inactive jump gate, where are you? I kinda don't wanna go that way. But if they said stick to the asteroids, we'll head on over this way and see what we can spot. So the unknown stations are over there 130K away in that direction, away from the asteroids. I figure they wouldn't have told us to not stay by the asteroids if we, oh man, it's getting dark. Yeah, this is like driving headlong into a thunderstorm at full speed. That's what this feels like. Once we get by this asteroid, we'll park up and do another ping. All right, should be safe over here. Ping out. Now that we're about halfway in the system. All right, an unknown object there. That's probably our inactive jump gate. Oh, rattlesnake over in Weeman 598, named, of course, after Mr. Weeman, captain of the Victory. But we're not after a rattlesnake now. All right, so do we just make a beeline? Let's just shoot straight across.
Danger.
Oh, geez, that took a little bit of shield damage. Maybe that's why they say stick close to the asteroid so we don't get pelted with,
Asteroid.
Yeah, that's no asteroid. That is not a naturally occurring formation. Maybe they built that on an asteroid.
Danger.
Oh,
Hazardous
crap!
region detected. Hull damaged.
Back to the asteroids. All right, so we learned very quickly. Stay by the asteroids. That is no joke. Probably.
Danger.
Jeez! Is this asteroid safe? Can we not get blasted with lightning? All right, from the look of it here, we might have a safe path around to the bottom. It looks like maybe going past these stations is the right thing to do. All right, so let's Z- until we get to those crossroads. And then we'll be making a X plus turn just through this little gap. I'll tell you what, it is tricksy navigating this stuff for sure. All right, we'll go X plus, a little bit to the right, kind of hold. Okay. Just use our map to our advantage here.
Danger.
Yeah, let's just blast through. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. All right. Are we at the point now where we can head? Yes, indeed. So I think we're at the point now where we can head Z-. And the crazy thing is, there we go. It's like I wasn't seeing any asteroids, but we're going through now. Looks like we have a bit of a bottleneck coming up right here by that jump gate there to Great Reef. I think this is where we were supposed to be going from the get-go. Cool. Oh! No worse for the wear. All right, so I'm feeling pretty good about heading this direction, and we'll head towards those unknown stations. Perhaps that is what got the Xenon. Perhaps they were building outside the asteroid region, and the lightning storm might have got them. But I am feeling pretty good about how many asteroids are around, as long as we don't go slamming into one of them. Oh crap. Okay, so that is a Cox station that we're gonna have to blast through or by. So we'll just keep our foot on the gas.
Explore. Do not approach the Ka-Ak installation. We have given Leader Wee our word that we will not engage them unless they engage us. There is
Right.
no need for undue provocation.
Oh, don't worry.
Unknown object.
I am hightailing it as fast as I can away.
Danger. Hazardous region detected. Hull critical.
Whew. Yeah, I think we got just in the asteroid range. Okay. We're fine. As soon as we get to the other side of this gate.
Approach the jump gate in the cell. Try to get a reading.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna have to be pretty meticulous here, as this poor scout ship did not have the long-lastingness that I needed. This is conducting brain surgery, man. Making sure we're in the... Oh, wow, an accelerator. I wonder where that goes. Now, we can get to that accelerator, it looks like, if we just shot straight ahead. I don't know where that accelerator would go, but one thing's for sure I do know. We're not going to let any of our ships into Sanctuary of Darkness. That just seems like a terrible thing to do. All right, I think we're lined up now. Let's get to
Empty
the
space.
nacelle. All right, just like the Minotaur before us, we'll...
You are in range. Activate your ship scan mode now.
Scanning.
Each jump gate has 2 pairs of nacelles. They act as caches for storing operational data, among many other things. They're still not very familiar with this technology, or who created it, but thanks to recent scientific advancements, we are able to make sense of some of the information that we are retrieving.
That's good.
It seems apparent that some of the data likely represents the coordinates of other jump gates. Whether this means that these gates were connected in the distant past is mere conjecture. Perhaps the builders had reasons unknown to us for certain gates to hold, special compatibility. The vast majority of the data in these caches remains a vexing mystery to us all.
All right, downloading some target coordinates. Yeah, this scan's going to take a bit, but if this points us the way we need to go, I'm all for it. I don't know if we can activate this gate.
We have everything we can access from this nacelle.
Okay.
Move on to the one on the opposite side.
Will do. So we'll nuzzle on over to the other side. Thankfully, we're in a non-thunderstorm area over here. And I believe we're still in scan mode, so we should be okay.
Yes, some of this data looks rather promising. I'm forwarding all of this to our science team as we speak.
Thank you. All right. We'll get these target coordinates downloaded. What in the world is that? 51VSGR? Hopefully the science team can make use of that. Wow. Okay, so we're downloading things that we might not have. Yeah, decryption. Oh, decryption failed. Outstanding. A partial failure, so we don't have the whole.
Hi! I'm picking up a worrisome fluctuation in energy signatures.
Like what? How worrisome, Bozo. Oh, crap. Survive? Yeah, right! So do we have to go one-on-one with these guys?
Forager.
A frickin' forager. We don't have any shields. Okay, so the weapons aren't bad. Weapons aren't bad. A little bit of shield damage if we can get
Forager.
one. Nope, not you.
Forager.
All right, so they might be doing the hit and run method. One
Forager.
come in, one, yep. So one comes in, distracts while the other tries to do something.
Forager.
All right, so we got enough shields to withstand that. Come on, shields, come on back. Huzzah! All right, we survived. Bring it in.
Fought bravely, Explorer.
Yes, your display of skill was altogether impressive. I just hope this commotion does not result in a more severe and unwelcome reaction.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Our science team has pored over the data that Mila T was able to live from the cache. While we have not yet completed our examination of the Sanctuary of Darkness cache, it is quite obviously the most promising of the gates. Despite the additional challenges that Encore will represent,
More dangerous, perhaps, but I'm afraid that things are not going well in Ocean of Fantasy either. The system's planet is devastated and completely uninhabitable.
perhaps once the provinces have re-established their economy, they can attempt some terraforming. For now, this expedition needs you to map out safe passage for a larger fleet to navigate through Sanctuary of Darkness. You can use nav beacons to determine an appropriate route. Just stay clear of the Kaak installations.
All right,
And
so
other
drop.
hazardous regions, obviously. For a better overview of the task in hand, do not hesitate to consult your map.
Container.
Oh, good, another flux capacitor. Outstanding. All right, we'll bring these things in nice and easy. Missile mod, and there is the flux capacitor. So we need to drop nav beacons to map out a safe place between the gates. And looking at this, They have to go past this platform. I wouldn't consider that safe. Is there another way that we can possibly go around the top? That may be something we could do.
You know, for the longest time, the community of planets thought the Kark had been eradicated by their joint efforts. Recent attacks on solitary miners, and now this, prove this notion was overly optimistic.
Yeah, I would say. All right, so we'll pop out here and then hang a left and try to go past this accelerator so that we're not going right by that big installation and defense platform. If they wanted it gone, then that would be easy peasy lemon squeezy. But they don't want it gone. They don't want further provocation. So we can't clear out a path that way. But if this path extends over, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, so that accelerator is not even showing up on radar at all. All right, straight ahead. Hanging next to these asteroids. Of course, there's one right ahead of us, but we're just gonna pass him right on by. Pay him no mind. All right, another asteroid.
Asteroid.
An installation cock asteroid, or xenon asteroid. And then we can shoot, yeah, straight south. Outstanding. So I think we do have a good path that avoids that station. Yeah, we just need to come through that bottleneck right there. All right, and through. We should be okay. So what I'm going to do is grab the Gumption's Gambit. That way we have a little bit more hull, a little bit more shield. I'll fill that up with nav beacons and use that to do the plotting. And luckily the Tiger's Claw is just on the other side of this gate. Hello, Babu. I am going to head outside and get this thing patched up. Just one moment. Yeah, I was down to 8%. I tell you, I couldn't have cut that any closer. Fleet is coming, as you can see. And we'll get this thing docked up to the Tiger's Claw for safekeeping. Get the Gumption's Gambit and get some nav beacons purchased. And there we go. Outstanding, good as new. And Slammer on the way through Morningstar 3, Heretic's End, Watchful Gaze, Barren Shores, and then finally down to the Great Reef, looking at the mission manager. So energy cells are completed and then waiting for the rest of the water, hull parts, and claytronics. So that one is still going on. As I thought, the energy cells were the first and the easiest to deliver to the shipyard. But we'll be able to pick up the majority with hull parts and possibly water as well. We have several ration factories that produce water, so that should be no big deal. All right, Babu, if you please go ahead and dock and wait at the Tiger's Claw, and I will pick up the Gumption's Gambit shortly after. All right, Babu, get to know the crew of the Tiger's Claw. They'll treat you well. Mr. Jerrigan, hello again. I have a mission for us. We need some nav beacons. First off, I want to make sure that we don't have nav beacons. So we've got 5 satellites and 10 advanced satellites already on board. Hopefully we have enough room for those nav beacons. Let's upgrade and repair. Grab some nav beacons. And we'll grab 20. I'm not sure exactly how much we need, but we still have plenty of space for deployables. And as I was saying, we'll have Mr. Jerrigan stay here and grab those nav beacons, and I will talk to the faction representative, take a look at what the blueprint costs are, what blueprints they will allow us to have, and we may just go ahead and grab the trading subscription. Nice to have a bit of a dock control tower here in the bay. That's what I like to see. All right, Mr. Jerrigan, they will get those nav beacons on. I will be right back. And no Boron here to greet us at the landing bay, unfortunately. Let's head to the faction representative's office for provinces adrift. All right. I would say they have an aquarium, but of course they have an aquarium. All right. Let's meet our faction representative, Toto D. All right, so show me your licenses. So the trade offer subscription comes with Queen's Knight, Relation 20. Unfortunately, accepted friend, we can get the police license there.
Goodbye.
And ship blueprints, the Piranha and Mako are available for us. As far as medium ships go, the Thresher and the Hydra. That sounds cool. Large ships, we have the Gas Mineral Miner and the Transport Sturgeon. And XL ships, the Shark, the Orca, and the Walrus. So there's the Terrapin Courier. The Grouper Mineral Miner, kind of looks like the Terrapin. The Piranha Scout. Okay, kind of like what we got. And there is our Mako Fighter. Outstanding. We'll eventually get the Urakanji. That kind of looks like a transport or a bus. And the Barracuda. Now that thing looks vicious. I would definitely like to get my hands on that blueprint and produce some Barracudas. That is cool. All right, medium ships, the Dolphin Transport. Lots of cargo container space. Outstanding. The Porpoise Mineral. Cool. And I'm sure the gas looks the same. A little bit different. The Thresher Gunboat. So some gun emplacements on the top. A lot of gun placements. This thing looks like it would be a good longbow too. And the Hydra Corvette. Very sleek, very fast looking. Okay. So some blueprint opportunities for us in the future. Mr. Jerrigan, if you please pop just inside of Sanctuary of Darkness. I will take over from there and start placing down the nav beacons. You do have the nav beacons, correct? Yeah, 20 nav beacons. That should be enough to plot a course. All right, Mr. Jerrigan, it's on you. And the Slammer heading through Watchful Gaze now, just 2 jumps away from the Boron Shipyard. We'll do what we can to get them everything that they need for sure. I'd like to see some capital ships. It's not about what they're paying me to complete it, but definitely what they're paying me to bring the goods in the first place is very, very nice. All right, fleet, I will be right back. If I come back in a hurry, get those guns warmed up. All right, Mr. Jerrigan, I will take over from here, getting the nav beacons placed. My thought is to make it where it is as straight-liney as possible. Just go in straight lines from point to point. So essentially my first nav beacon is going to be... The Techua in the junkyard is taking hits. All right, get the Techua back to the scrap processing facility. Don't dismantle the wreck, just fly. Yeah, looks like they're not doing as much damage as the shields can regen. I've got the best shields I can on it, and it's recharging quite well. Once they get to the scrap processing factory, they may leave it well enough alone. I wish we could get some sort of police. There's Antigone Vanguards, you know, in our sector patrolling. We just need them to realize that the cock is here, and the Techua is definitely going to bring them into guns range, hopefully. All right, and with that issue sorted, as I was saying, before we had to deal with that, I'm going to put the nav beacon in straight lines. So from the gate, straight line to, say, right here, and then straight line up. So don't expect them to make any sort of weird turns, or because if they're going from point to point, I want it to be absolutely in straight line. So possibly right about here, we can shoot straight through the gap. So the first nav beacon can go right here. Aha. So from the next nav beacon, we can turn straight to Z+, and go this way until we are basically within the range. So I think as long as we have concentric circles, and this one we can take a beating. Yep, turrets are on attack all enemies. If they want to get froggy, which it looks like they do, we're gonna have an answer for them this time. Yeah, come on, you jackwagon. Get within guns range. All right, I think we're within range of our second one. We'll nav beacon it up, successful. So maybe it's not concentric circles. Let me go all the way to the extreme straight line to about like right here. Let's give that a try and see if it is a successful placement. So basically we straight line point to point.
Danger.
So something like right about here. All right, nav beacon deployed successfully. All right, so now we've got a straight line point to there. And now we need a straight line point, say about right here would be good. Let's see if it likes that or if it would remove. Yeah, it kind of, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, it kind of removed them, but we're good, we're good. Next step, we want to head to about right here or so. Yeah, I think something
Danger.
like here would be a
Hazardous
good,
region detected.
nice. Oh no, so this is technically hazardous. All right, let me deactivate this
Nav
and try it
beacon.
again. Nice, and on a positive note, the slammer is just now getting to the build storage dock. We'll see once that is delivered how much of each we'll need, and we can send the slammer on the additional run. Ooh, and there is one of their builders. That thing looks pretty cool indeed. It's a walrus. All right, try one more nav beacon here. Cool, so that one was successful. All right, so we just need to bridge this gap right here. All right, next one. Nice, nice and successful. Hi, how are you? All right, so we might be able to do an overlap right on the X minus and see if we can get in some concentric circles. And I think our trader made it, 800K. And there we go. Concentric circles. Is this enough? All right, so it kind of lost its tracking. It's saying that a beacon should be there. That's what makes me think that maybe these have to be within the circles of each other. All right, so they need 2,468 Claytronics. Let's see if we can get that to them. We can grab 480. All right, we'll do our part. And then they also need 19,300 hull parts. We can bring 2,790. Outstanding. 480 Claytronics, 2,790 hull parts for another 500 grand. All right, so instead of pulling up this nav beacon, I will place a nav beacon here in this concentric circle and see what the mission specs say about that. So if I'm reading my interface correctly, this may be the place that is the safest. So, or not the safest, but the route that it sees so far. So it sees from here to here to here to here and stops. It doesn't see this anymore. So if I can continue to place nav beacons along the way that it seems to be happy with, then perhaps...
Yes, it looks like you have found a route. Nicely
Nice.
done, Explorer.
You're welcome. So we didn't need that one.
Then, the expedition shall now establish a scientific outpost. This may be the beginning of a most fruitful phase in our journey together.
All right, we blazed the trail, got Alliance of the Word up by 2, and we can actually pick up this nav beacon because it's not, it's ours and not theirs anymore. So we can pick it up and, yeah, save a little bit money in case we ever have to do any more nav beacon work again. We also have one more nav beacon that they did not claim right there. So, yeah, it essentially seems that they saw what we did and said, you know what, this is the route we're choosing from the nav beacons that you put down, so I'm cool with that. So that begs the question, does that mean that all ships will follow their nav beacon route? So if we have any traders moving through, would our traders follow those nav beacons and be labeled as safe? You know, not getting in the thunderstorm? One can only hope. The Wayfinder is moving in on their own and moving up, probably to turn on that gate, if I had to make a guess. Mr. Jerrigan, dock and wait at the Tiger's Claw, if you please, while I check my messages. So it seems like Heretic's End is a boiling point a lot of people seek to claim, and there is Numkaret's report. Yeah, so answer any further questions in person and we can set guidance to Numkaret to see how he's going. But I think for now, our big concern is getting the Provinces Adrift construction done. They need a lot of water, a lot of hull parts, a lot of claytronics. So that seems to be our immediate task for now. Once Numkaret gets set up, we could pay him a visit and see how things are going.
We have established a perimeter around the inactive jump gate. Now we are commencing the construction of an outpost.
Sure.
Do not elevate your hopes quite yet. Experimentation shall begin soon, but jump gate technology is very alien and highly volatile.
Hello there.
We do not know for certain whether we can ever successfully force a connection, particularly without real-time coordination with our Kingdom-Man counterparts. Nonetheless, we have an ideal candidate gate for experimentation. The Alliance of the Word has an obligation to our cousins in Kingdom-Man to try our utmost. These technological marvels have eluded our understanding to date. Something about the interface has remained stubbornly out of reach. The final spark. In any case, Explorer, congratulations.
Thank you.
You have performed your part, and you have done so unimpeachably.
Unimpeachably?
Updated on our progress in the coming years. And, if fate wills it, you might one day find your name in the annals of the great explorers and scientists.
Or how about businessman? At any rate, I was just stopping into Sokka's junkyard. The Tetua made it without a scratch, and it looks like the Antigone police force dealt with whatever they were doing, so they're continuing their duties. Everything is awesome, and we have Boron visiting our own stations now. Hello, Healy Wa. So a bit of a Boron Marine. I can't imagine what a Boron Marine is like.
You must forgive my absence in your most recent exploratory endeavors.
No
It is
worries,
just-
Bozo.
I have been somewhat preoccupied with my own observations.
And what have you
When
seen?
did Numkaret say the Alliance of the Word plans to conclude their experiments?
Years.
Well, the expedition leader did suggest that he would keep us up to date over the coming years.
What? Years, you say?
Yeah, Bozo's gonna speed that up quick, fast, and in a
Oh
hurry.
my, that is rather disappointing. I had hoped to contribute to their experiments right away. Well, since you are already running errands in Boron space, would you mind assisting me in my personal research? Ever
Yeah, I can
since
do
my
that.
tentacles first grasped the scientific equipment in this research installation, I have been utterly fascinated by the Great Reef Nebula. Not even that pesky Sagaris Pioneers vessel could divert my focus for long.
Oh,
You
I
see,
remember.
I have identified several neutron stars, magnetars in fact, which pulse in an oddly specific way. One could be an anomaly. Two might be a coincidence, but I have already identified a potential third. I need you to verify my observations, independently. To that end, I have compiled a list of positions in Great Reef that I need you to visit.
Okay, we can do that.
Please do forgive me if I appear somewhat excitable. There is a chance that this could point to a discovery of immeasurable significance.
Bozo Ta has informed me of your exciting plans. You must let me accompany you. In fact, I will not take no for an answer. The
Sure.
Alliance is in the midst of their preparations. I have to say, the deluge of scientific jargon leaves me cold. I much prefer action.
So a combat pilot, you say? All right, where are these potential points of interest? Right by the wharf, you say? Well, Mr. Jerrigan, what do you say we head on over to the wharf to help out Bozo? Figured this could be the least we could do for Bozo, considering how helpful he's been, and he might find something that can speed up the process of getting those gates back online from these nebulas or magnetars. And if he needs us to place a nav beacon or a satellite, we have those intact.
You have arrived at the precise position. Excellent. Taking measurements now.
Sorry, Bozo, we overshot.
No, this is no good. We will have to disregard these readings. Oh well, this shall not dishearten us. Assistant, onwards to the next position.
All right, sounds good. And is
Bozo
this...
Ta, may I ask you a personal question?
By all means, Neela T.
What makes you choose to remain out there? all alone in that tiny tank of yours. Are you not tempted to reunite with your kind, now that we are reconnected?
Nothing would delight me more than to explore the provinces myself, and to get out of this tube for once.
I can imagine.
But
Stretch
my
your
work
legs.
is simply too important. After years enslaved in the service of advancing split weaponry, I now preside over what is quite possibly the most advanced scientific facility in the network. I am sorely tempted to abandon post, even if it is just for a little while. I would most certainly love to see the Great Reef in person, but ultimately, my work here is so much more important than my personal desires.
So what is behind your enduring fascination with Great Reef? If you will forgive my candor, you seem to be rather fixated on this particular system.
Actually, I was born there. Not that I would have any memory of it. Then shortly after I was hatched, I was taken to Argon space.
But wait, that would mean you were released.
Yes, indeed. If the records are correct, I am 47 years old.
47! We have an age for
Incredible.
Bozo!
I never imagined I would ever meet someone so aged and venerable.
And 47 is
It's not fair
aged?
spending time away from my laboratory. While my mind remains sharp, I must exercise it for the benefit of all.
Wow. So we learned Bozo is 47, and if you live to be 47, you're an old timer. Okay, I don't know if I like that, but almost to the second point of interest for Bozo. Excuse me, Neela. We're almost there.
Taking the second set of measurements. Blasted photoplankton. Nothing. Again. We shall try once more. I know I am onto something.
I think you're on to
I can
something.
feel it in my fins.
All right, third
You know,
potential
it is
point of
strange.
interest.
Our lifespan is short. At least in comparison to the other known sentient species. When you think about it, very few boron of the provinces adrift will recall Kingdom End, or the benevolent leadership of our monarch. Yet, ask any one of them, and finding a way back home will be their preeminent priority. How is it that we are driven to pursue such things, even on the thinnest of leads? Is this inherent boron naivete, or an innate scientific drive?
That is simply our nature. We are known for being pacifists and scientists. But underneath all of that, are we not first optimists?
Yeah, I could see that. All right, 40K away. Third time is a charm, possibly. He said he had 3 positions to look at. Throw on the brakes. What do you got, Bozo?
Excellent. Yes, this position seems promising. Taking
That looks
readings
familiar.
of the phenomenon now.
That's like the asteroid around our
Curious. What?
headquarters.
No, this will not do at all. Assistant, something seems to be interfering with the measurements. You must get to the bottom of this at once.
All right. Observe the
Empty
distant stellar
space.
for not... Okay, I was gonna say 5,000.
Asteroid.
All right, well, we're here at the asteroid. What exactly is it you want us to do, Bozo?
This asteroid is highly unusual. It appears to emit some form of residual energy, impeding the accuracy of my readings. You must destroy it.
Destroy
Wait.
the asteroid?
What? Is that really necessary? Can you not simply account for the interference and adjust your readings accordingly? Or reposition the ship a little for clearer measurements?
Inconceivable. We cannot jeopardize
I don't
these
think that
readings
word
in
means
any
what you
way.
think it means.
There is no room for error or extrapolation. Everything must be exact. A controlled detonation would be the best course to pursue. Now don your spacesuit, assistant.
Okay, so, yeah, we're taking a spacewalk, apparently, Mr. Jerrigan. Hopefully Bozo lets us know when this thing is about to blow so you can back away. Wish me luck. Luckily, we have 5 spacesuit bombs. All right, so 900 meters. Is this good? Spacesuit bomb away. All right, launch 2 spacesuit bombs. All right, there's 1 and 2. Now, I don't know if I already had these bombs on me, but it's a good thing I did. Oh, 1 more spacesuit bomb. All right, 1, 2, and 3. All right, so are these bombs going to be good?
And detonate.
Trigger a spacesuit bomb.
Spacesuit bomb.
All right, trigger all bombs.
Quite the spectacle. Obliteration may have appeared to be an extreme approach to resolving our issue, but it seems to have done the trick. Assistant, please return to the initially designated position at once.
All right, Mr. Jerrigan, I'll take back over. And you know, Bozo didn't tell us to back away. All right, so now we observe the distant
Taking
stellar
measurements
phenomenon
now.
5,500 kilometers away.
This is... Oh my! Would you look at that?
Yeah, it's a Gumption's Gambit.
That is 5 magnetars, each rotating at a comparable speed.
Oh, the stars. Got it.
Wait, actually, this cannot be right. 1 rotation every 1.884 seconds, which equals 1 rotation per 3.14 thorium transitions, which... Oh, you might not be following. Their rotational speeds are precisely identical.
5? With identical speeds? But that is impossible.
Well, no, it's
Observing
just
it
highly
right
improbable.
now, it would be more accurate to say that it is highly improbable.
There you go.
But yes, the odds of this phenomenon occurring naturally are incredibly, unfathomably minuscule. And, viewed from this position, their positioning appears oddly symmetrical as well.
Yeah, like
Reminiscent of the
a set of
pattern on that
handlebars.
enigmatic station in Leap of Faith. The stars seem to be pointing towards that blue giant. I wonder if...
Well, I mean, Blue Giant.
Oh my! The radiation readings emanating from the blue giant are incredible.
Incredible. How?
They are oddly regular, in a manner that should not be possible. And they repeat,
Highly improbable.
like a signal. Could this be what we have been missing? Surely not. That would mean... Did someone mean for us to find this?
Wait. A message written in the stars. For you.
Oh no, please. Not meant for me specifically.
Just someone who knew what they were
This
looking for?
constellation cannot conceivably be a natural occurrence. Its existence is a manifestation of intent. The Alliance of the Word still seeks a means to interface with the gate technology. We may well have just found something worthy of closer inspection. I shall forward these findings to Nomenclaret's team immediately.
Sure.
Assistant, you should head back to the expedition outpost now. In the meantime, I shall apply my intellectual suckers to the details of our discovery.
Your intellectual suckers sounds good.
Do not for a nanosecond think that I am not coming with you.
Piranha.
Well, by coming with us, you are leaving us in the dust.
This discovery that you and Bozo Ta have made is tremendously interesting. I cannot yet explain how the two are connected, but these energy readings seem to be compatible with the jump gate, at least according to the science team's tentative simulations.
It is a cipher, deliberately placed to allow us access to the network.
Interesting. So, like, that's the password just out there in space.
Conclusively, these are fantastical claims to be making without any weight of evidence. Perhaps the jump gates draw some of their function from anomalous occurrences, such as your synchronized stellar bodies. Or perhaps whoever built these gates used the blue giant as a constant point of reference, one that is detectable throughout key areas of the network and used for calibration of some kind.
Yeah,
I do not
sure.
yet have sufficient data, so I hesitate to spring to conclusions. That said, your findings certainly accelerate our scientific timeline. Explorer, talk to me in person so that I may brief you on how we will proceed.
All right, so we're flying to Noomkaret.
It is quite obvious why he is so hesitant to entertain my hypothesis. I shall admit, it seems rather ludicrous on the face of it, but I believe he will rue dismissing the concept so readily. To encounter this phenomenon now, just as we are making our first foray into jump gate interaction, is a coincidence of astronomical proportions.
All right, Mr. Jerrigan set us down on the Tiger's Claw. I have to get a bite to eat before we jump into Sanctuary of Darkness again and talk to Nemankaret. So next time we will be heading into Sanctuary of Darkness once more to talk to Nemankaret and see what Bozo's findings about the Blue Giant means for the reconnection of the gate network. So always exciting to see. Of course, the Slammer is going to continue to upgrade the Boron shipyard. As far as that is concerned, we don't have up-to-date numbers until we come back. They still need 52,000 water, 12,800 hull parts, and 1,100 Claytronics. We'll see when the Slammer comes back what that particular delivery does for the overall scheme of things, and then we will join Neela in the Sanctuary of Darkness as well, and it'll be a good opportunity to see if the pilots follow these nav beacons automatically or if they just try to shoot straight across, no ships land. So yeah, we'll get to that bridge when we cross it, but thank you so much for following along, and I will see you next time.